Mark, you are in-house expert on all things Apple gadgetry. What exactly are folks going to be most excited about? What are folks expecting out of this event here in New York?
Exactly what you said. I couldn't have said it better myself. The two main things will be the new iPad Pro as well as a new low-cost 13-inch laptop, which will basically be a successor to the MacBook Air. And these come at an interesting time because neither of these products have seen notable updates in quite some time. If you look at the MacBook Air, the last time there was a major revamp to that product was back in 2010. And to give some timing to that, Steve Jobs actually announced that, and it was one of the last products that he announced as CEO. The iPad Pro hasn't seen notable changes really since it was introduced in 2015. There was a big upgrade, not too notable, but a fair-sized upgrade back in 2017, but this will be the biggest revamp in the product's history.
So in the scope of Apple, as you said, these are not kind of the products that they've been most refreshing the most. How do these kind of fit in the scope of Apple's product set? How important are these two new offerings?
Well, they're extremely important, and it's very interesting because when the iPad first came out, they were sort of positioning it as the future of the computer, right? But we have not actually seen that. This device peaked at about 26 million unit sales back in the holiday quarter in 2014. Now they're at 13 million in the holiday quarter of 2018. So sales have fallen in half in just 4 years. So they really need to revitalize the category if they really are going to continue pinning the future of computing on the device.
And Mark, I know you love to go deep on what exactly is new in these products, especially the iPad Pro, given that it hasn't replaced the computer as it was kind of meant to do. What specific things are new about this new iPad that folks should be getting more excited about?
Sure, I'll give you my bullet point list. So the main thing will be Face ID, facial recognition, removing the home button, a new gesture-based interface. Think of it as if you're using an iPhone 10 or 10s or 10R now. It's a jumbo version of that now, just like the older iPads were jumbo versions of the previous iPhones. Upgraded rear camera, perhaps with that portrait mode feature for that bokeh effect. There's going to be a new charger, so they're going to be changing the connector for the first time in 6 years on the iPad. That's sure to cause a little bit of a firestorm for some people needing to buy all new cables and new ports. They'll be going from the Lightning connector, which is on the iPhone, to a USB-C connector, which they use on some of the latest MacBooks. So now, if you own the new iPad and the new iPhone, you're going to need 2 different chargers. So it's going to be interesting to see how Apple explains that. Also, faster processor, new graphics chip, all the other various odds and ends. And then for the Apple Pencil fans, there will be a new version of that too. It will have some touch control gestures on the side, so you'll be able to slide your finger across it to change the brushstroke size while you're drawing in some of the latest apps like Photoshop.